Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and today we are going to do a top 5 books of fall, which I wasn't going to do because next week we'll be doing top 10 of 2017 because 2017 is almost over, so it feels slightly pointless, and especially since I only read 5 books during fall, so this is a very easy video to do. All of the books that I read during fall are in my top 5. Because there are 5 of them. So let's get to it. I'll go backwards. Yeah, let's go backwards. Because actually most of these were 5 stars, but there was one that was not, and that was Ravenflight by Juliette Marillier, which I gave 4 stars, but I greatly enjoyed it. I'm reading the 3rd book in the series now. Ravenflight is the 2nd book in the Shadowfell trilogy, which is about a girl who has this ability to sort of see and hear these fae creatures that exist in her world, which is vaguely Scottish, I would say, or something like that, or vaguely Irish, maybe, vaguely Irishy, Scottishy kind of fantasy land here. That kind of stuff is outlawed, so stuff occurs. And Ravenflight is the 2nd book in the series, and I gave it 4 stars, so I would say that it was my number 5 read of fall. Now, I didn't read too many books during November because I was too busy trying to write books. Poorly, I might add. But I did read Warcross by Marie Lu, which I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I upped it to 5 stars on Goodreads because I did really enjoy it. And Warcross basically follows this hacker who ends up being a player in the biggest, like, virtual reality game tournament that there is. I love virtual reality. It's one of my favorite things in books is virtual reality and competitions and oh my goodness. And Marie Lu has become a master at hurting me with the ships. It's specifically romantically hurting me. So thanks, Marie Lu, 'cause that's my number 4 book in my top 5. So my number 3 book would be The Ship of the Dead, which was the first book I guess I read in fall, which I gave 5 stars. Don't know if I should have. I feel like it's actually more of a 4 star because the thing is I love Magnus Chase, but I didn't necessarily love the conclusion to this trilogy all that much. Like, I did a whole review on the dang thing. I did a book talk on it, if you want to know, like, my full opinion. But basically, it's the 3rd book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series by Rick Riordan, and as the concluding novel in a trilogy, it was kind of a letdown. Like, I loved it, I loved reading it, but I was also kind of disappointed by it. I know, I feel bad about it, too, because Magnus is my baby. I love Magnus Chase, but that would be my number 3 in my top 5. The only book that I've read so far in December, even though I'm literally in the middle of a readathon, is A Shadow Bryton Burning by Jessica Cluess, which is a historical fantasy set in Victorian era England where there are sorcerers, there's witches, and there's magicians, and basically there's this prophecy that says that a girl sorcerer will save them all from these terrible monsters that are plaguing them. Basically, there are no girl sorcerers. Like, girls are not sorcerers is basically the idea here. And this girl is able to basically set herself on fire. Will decide that she must be this chosen one. But the thing is, she's not so sure about that. So it's very interesting. I loved this book. I finished it during the 24-hour readathon by Zoe, which I do have a vlog for, and I really enjoyed this and really want to get to the 2nd one. I'm like waiting for it from the library. I'm waiting and waiting. And the 3rd book isn't even out, so I'm gonna have to suffer. So that is my number 2 book, which brings us to my number 1 book, which was The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, which I listened to on audiobook during October. I began it during another readathon by Zoe, actually, and I gave this book 5 stars. I really loved this book. It was just so much. Samson agrees. Actually, no, he's just happy my dad's home, but it was everything. It was everything that I wanted it to be, and more, maybe even. Anyway, so I think that was my whole top 5. High five! Boom! For fall, which was also all the books that I read this fall. Though fall is technically not over for like 2 more days. So technically I have 2 more days to read more fall books, but it doesn't feel like fall, so it doesn't really matter. And I think I think that completes this video. And feel free to tell me what your favorite fall reads were this fall. What were your favorite reads this fall? Feel free to tell me down below. And I will see you hopefully next time, or next week, in my top 10 of 2017, because 2017 is like ending like just over a week from now. Like Christmas is less than a week away. We do not have a tree up. And I'm dying. So, Merry Christmas. Happy end of fall. Merry Wintermas. Welcome to winter. What do they call it? Winter's Day! Winter's Day. Happy Winter's Day. I will see you next time. And goodbye. I'm gonna get back to playing Pokemon now, is I think what I'm gonna do. Playing Pokemon. Pokemon Moon. Yeah!